Oh, hello. Hi. Still working on the coffee. I wanted to hop in here really quick and just to say that there are no ships in this video, none. So I know people are mostly here for the ships, so you're not gonna hurt my feelings if you stop watching now. This video is just, I wanted to spend a nice day on the shore of Lake Superior with Argo. It was a hot and humid day and we're trying to beat the heat. So that's just what this video is. Again, no ships, but man, just want to make a video of having a lovely day out in the woods with Argo. So, anyone who wants to watch that, keep watching. Well, hello. We are, well, definitely someplace different. I don't know if you can see the sign here. I hold the camera. Noamikong Overlook. I think, Noamikong. All right. So, we are, as you can tell, on the way. It is kind of, you come down this ridge, so there's some stairs and kind of switchbacks here at the start. And then pretty darn flat after that. So, okay, so here you can see this example of the new boardwalk. So, but the plan for today, today is the 27th of July, 2024, and Saturday, and my windows did not show up again, so I'd originally planned to be replacing windows in my house, but can't do that if they're not here. So, decided we would kind of have a little, like an easier outdoors day. You know, normally I don't want to say we go hard, but like we kind of go fast, and if we have a hike, and we kind of go a longer distance. And it's hot today and humid, so I didn't really feel like doing that. Ooh. The cedar's my favorite trees, by the way. But so I figured we'd go do this. We're gonna hike at like a little more relaxed pace. It's gonna be about 2.5 miles, and I'll bring you, I'm not gonna record the whole thing, of course, but there's a few things I want to show you along the way. We'll be down on the sandy beach on the shore of Lake Superior there. And who knows, I might throw some shorts on and get in. All right, I said I'd bring you back with something cool. And blueberries, certainly count. Oh yeah. Look at these down in here. These are the high bush variety, which is nice, because the ground is a long way down there for me. I'm taking the ripe ones. All right, so if I'm not mistaken, there should be a really cool bridge right up here. Although the last 4 corners I've been like, yeah, I think it's right here. But I think it's finally right here. Yep, there it is. So this is the suspension bridge over Noamikong Creek. Now, if you can see, it has a little bit of a jiggle to it. First time I was here, I saw a huge carp. At least I think it was a carp. It's kind of neat. Here, I will set this up, get a little perspective. So, this isn't really the end goal. We're gonna keep going a ways, but there's this little side trail. The creek outlet is just right over there, Noamikong Creek. There's a trail that keeps going. You saw that we were on. I think you can walk the beach. I see people down there, but I'll take the trail. You can see how wide and nice this trail is. It gets a lot of use, a whole lot of use. We're getting close to the Narrows day use area here. And this whole stretch of the North Country Trail here between the Noamikong Overlook and Bark Dock is really just a premier section. Now you get to walk along Lake Superior. Great views, of course, and trails well taken care of. So yeah, this is a great section of trail, and I feel very privileged to have been able to hike it. Well, I guess pretty much whenever I want, but I've hiked it several times now. So got boardwalks when needed, easy to follow trail, great views, you know, just fantastic. Can't argue with that. After you get past the shallows, heading west, you see it's not quite as well traveled. So the trail goes back to its more normal size, but very easy to follow still, well marked, as all the North Country Trail is. Something I've had to get used to coming from the West Coast, where a lot of times trails are just choose your own adventure. As you can see, the trail eventually dumps you out on the beach, which is lovely. I really do like this section, particularly if you walk down here where the sand is a little easier walking. Just lovely. You walk along here and it's like you kind of forget that this is a lake and not the ocean. Just in case you thought I was pulling your leg. I don't know if you can see it or not, but there is North Country Trail sign right over there. This is the trail. Do you hear that? Oh. That's quite the convoy of motorcycles. Wow. Okay, well I stopped. Let my sweaty shirt dry off a bit here. And hat. Then I heard the siren coming. I don't know if you heard that. I couldn't place what this noise was. Turned out the noise was just that convoy. That's the right term. Of like Harleys. That was a lot. Like that took minutes to go by. Wow. I was gonna stop, have a bar, let my shirt dry a little bit, and just enjoy this lovely, lovely day on the shore of Lake Superior here. Well, back on the trail, had our little break. Now we are heading back to the truck. The exact same route we came, so I don't know how much I'll record. But once we get to the truck, I'm gonna grab dinner. We're gonna hike a little bit further into this pond where there's a little shelter built by some Boy Scouts. Make a fire, roast some hot dogs over the fire. Now I realized halfway here, I forgot all the buns and condiments sitting safely on the counter at home. So I guess we'll be having them rustic style, and have a little pasta salad as well. So that's the plan. So if I see something cool, I'll record. Otherwise, you'll probably see me again back at the truck. More trail snacks. Oh yeah. So you see here I have a bunch of birch bark here kind of torn up. I have these, it's probably not needed, but I got in the habit of doing this when you're setting a fire on wet ground. So I just split these in half so I have something dry for the fire to start on. And then I have a bunch of smalls here, just a bunch of really skinny sticks. And so once this goes, I'm going to take this pile and put it on it. And then once that catches, then I have bigger stuff to put on here. So I'm going to try to do this without a lighter. I'm going to use my little ferro rod here, hopefully you can see, and just strike it with my trusty knife. Had this knife forever. So I've done this before. That's always fun to do. So let me just double check that I have everything in the frame. So here we go. So the idea is you don't want to push the knife, you want to pull this, because otherwise you end up hitting your tinder and moving it around. But it's all good in theory, but in practice, well, the real world, you know, is always different. But we will see here. So let's ooh. Oh. Oh, there we go. And birch bark is like cheating, I've learned. Here we'll kind of take this whole thing and put it over. I might as well take this other birch bark I have and throw it in there. And move this because it is directly downwind of the fire. So, there we go. Just like that. Of course, it's easy when it's warm and dry. As I said, birch bark is like cheating. Don't have that in Oregon, so they'd see all the survival shows and they're like, oh, you just use some birch bark. And I'm like, oh, that's great. There isn't any. Then I move here and I'm like, holy cow, this is cheating. So, there we go. And I'm just gonna kind of put a little bit bigger stuff on there and let it burn to some coals. So this might actually happen faster than I expected. But yeah, I'll be back here, well, once I have some coals to cook over. All right, well, hope you can see. Fire's down to cooking over ash, or I don't know, coals, whatever you want to call it. So I guess something you guys may or may not know about me, besides that I'm sitting directly downwind right now, is that a little over a year ago, I wasn't feeling that great and decided to go to a vegan diet. Yes. So these are, of course, vegan dogs. So, but yeah, but that's something most people didn't know about me. And I did it just to, so again, I wasn't feeling great. Figured, you know, I might as well try it. And actually I've been feeling much better ever since then. And when I had my yearly checkup, well, the doctor was pickled with my cholesterol numbers and all that. So pickled, did I say pickled? I meant tickled. So I just been continuing it. So there we go. It's been, I don't know, it wasn't horribly hard to do. The thing I probably crave the most is actually pizza. Because like vegan pizza just is not the same at all. It's almost not worth having, you know. So I do miss that. And there are, it makes it difficult to like go out to restaurants with people, because you have to make kind of check the menu, see if there's anything there, you know. And same thing with going to barbecues. I would never be invited and say, oh, are you going to make a special thing for me? I would never say that. So I pretty much just never go to anything like that. But these little vegan dogs, these smart dogs, are actually pretty good. And I don't really have any complaints. Oscar Mayer makes one as well. Random little tidbit that are really good. So if anyone's in the market for that, the Oscar Mayer ones are way more expensive though, but they taste pretty good. But this is not something I do often. Like, this is only the second time this year I've done it, and it's July, end of July. As I mentioned earlier, I walked out the door and left all of the condiments and the buns sitting right there on the counter. So these are just going to be eaten just like this, pretty much off the stick. Which is unfortunate, but I don't think it's going to kill me. So I think I mentioned, I don't know, I've been here before. several times now, but every time I've been here, it's been with my now ex-girlfriend, and I wasn't quite sure how I'd feel coming here, you know, because all the memories are with her, but it's been okay. It's a nice little place to be. I'll, after I get one of these down here, I'll kind of show you around. How we doing? Oh yeah, ooh, okay. Ooh, yep, that's hot. Yep, hot. Mm-hmm. Way better with some ketchup and mustard and a bun though. The same. So I'm not gonna sit here and make you watch me eat. I'm gonna eat this, then I'll kind of show you around a little bit. You see a very good boy over there. I'll make this quick. Fire is definitely ready to be cooked on. Here's my disaster of stuff. I had everything wrapped up in here, then wrapped up in a coat. Actually, I still have ice in there, so that's good. Here is the shelter, the squat spot. I don't think I remember that being there before, but this was built by some Boy Scouts. I can't remember the year. There's a little sign in there in a picture. So Father's Day weekend 2023. There we go. There's a little sign here. And this, it's getting down to the minimum. This has been here every time I've come here. So, and the first time I was here, there was a little kangaroo mouse living in here. We saw him at night. And there's a little bird's nest up there. So, there we go. And there's the fire pit. I'll come over here. You see the pond. The Noamikong Pond. Which is very clear water. I've filtered and drank this water several times. It's really good. Apparently it's pretty good fishing here some times of the year. There we go. But I'm gonna have a couple more of those and give Argo some food and get on with it. Then douse this fire and have somewhere else I want to go for sunset. So that's the plan. So we'll see you soon. So just so everyone knows, I have this little collapsible bucket, and I'm not going to leave the fire burning. So gonna need another one. I'll be right back. There we go. Yep, that took care of that. Now, everything back in my bag, my back. Had about not quite half a mile that way back to the truck. So probably see you again at Big Pine Day Use area. Argo. He's such a camera hog. He was wanting to just stand there. I'm hoping you can see me. You should be able to see us both. And you should be seeing the sun making a plunge here to the horizon. Got about 40 minutes or so. Yeah, about right. So, as you can see, we made it here from the little Boy Scout shelter. I actually got here a little early, and it was actually really hot, so we went and sat in the truck with the AC for a little while. Or go over here. And so it's been a nice day. You know, there's been a lot of, I guess, reflection, which is good and bad, but mostly good. See, this is how it is at home. Like, I can't have like 6 inches of space. Oh, silly dog. I actually want to come back here at night sometime. Well, one, I think this would be a great spot to photograph the northern lights, but two is, well, not here, but both directions from here. There's quite a bit of rocks, and I was like, I still haven't done the Uperlite hunting yet. I'd kind of like to do that. So, but I think I'm just gonna sit here and enjoy this sunset. Hang out with my dog. And call it a day. So real quick though, you can probably see the haze. I'm assuming that's from the forest fires. That haze over there, which will make the sun a nice color once it gets a little lower. But it's a shame there's so much forest on fire right now. Hope you've enjoyed this video. It's a little different. You know, I always say I'm trying for something a little bit different. And this whole outdoors thing, like hiking, all that, that is like my thing. That's been my thing for a long time. And I think I'm going to be doing more of that on here. So, I know it's mostly about the ships, but I think I'm going to be doing this from time to time as well. Or I just make a second channel for this. What do you think? Should I make a second channel or just put it all here? I pose that question to you. Put your answer down below. But for now, I'm just going to let this run for a while. Might put in some music or might just have the sounds of the waves. So I'm going to call this a day. Thanks for hanging with us. We'll be back soon.